It is September 15th, and the Yankees lost a series to the Blue Jays. They got walked off, then they blew them out in Game 2, then they lost Game 3. I don't care. I hope you don't care. Montgomery made his return, Betances made his return, and Severino makes his return on Tuesday. Good things are happening. Kind of. I'm excited. Let's talk Yanks. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for clicking play and joining us on this Sunday evening or Monday morning / afternoon / Monday night on the off day. That is Monday. We get a nice little break here. Yankees leave Toronto. They're gone. It's over with. They left. They lost. It's like the mini House of Horrors in the AL East. It's the House of Horrors. Jake, you shaved.
Are the Blue Jays last year's Orioles? Remember that game?
Yeah.
That was fun.
My name is John Boy. I'm coming to you from New Jersey, and I have Jake, who is usually in Denver, sitting directly next to me. Our knees are currently touching.
Contact.
And I just found out that Jake shaved his face.
Yeah.
In the last 10 minutes or half hour.
When I showered. Before the game. You just haven't given me enough attention. But Thank you for noticing.
Cool. How you doing, Jake?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm in Jersey, as you just said. The chat, the Patreon chat brings up a good boy. John Boy trying to ride out Hot Boy Summer. He's going headband, and it's working. And that's made me actually pretty mad.
I don't think I look good in the headband.
I think you look great.
I told you why I wear it, because I wear hats too often, and then my forehead breaks out.
Right.
Because I get sweaty, and I'm wearing a hat, and it's disgusting. So I put this headband on to keep my hair and the sweat off my forehead every now and then.
But it's
we got
good
a couple
look,
big
man.
days. So.
You've got you have a Baker Mayfield if he got squished down kind of look going on.
Can I tell you what this headband is?
Sure.
This will be super exciting for all the listeners, and then we'll get into baseball.
Yeah.
So when we went to winter meetings, when we met Brian Cashman, he said he likes the show and all that stuff.
Sure.
Just a throwaway. Remember
it's a friend.
The day when we left Vegas, we went and we did all that filming?
Yeah.
And I got so sweaty and disgusting.
Yeah.
And then I had to fly cross-country home.
Right.
So I was disgusting. So, in the airport, I scavenged for new clothes. And I was, trying to get new boxers.
Yeah.
They didn't have that, so I just had to go boxerless on the flight, which is disgusting.
Oh, yikes.
So disgusting. But better than the alternative. And then I had to get a new shirt, and this is the sleeve of that shirt.
How about that? That was a roller coaster.
So my headband ties back to the time we met Brian Cashman. He looked at me, spotted me in the crowd, and said, "Glad to see you here," and then said, "Love the show."
Cash God. That was wild. We're excited. Winter meetings. Yeah. December. That's another thing going on.
It's in San Diego this year, so expect more fucking sweat.
San Diego. No, San Diego's nice that time of year. San Diego gets a good breeze.
Don't believe it.
It's it doesn't get that hot. How you doing, Jim?
I'm good. We walked in. I walked into the podcasting room earlier, and I looked at you and I said, "Dude, I'm ready for the fucking playoffs. I'm sick of the ticky-tack conversations. I'm sick of the doubters just hedging their bets so they can say I told you so."
Right.
Because that's really what it is. I would rather have faith in the Yankees that they can win the World Series and then cry my eyes out like a puppy dog when I'm wrong. That's how I choose to live my sports life.
Right.
Now, there's people out there that choose, because the odds that every single team has terrible odds to win the World Series because only one team can. So the people that play the game of why aren't we going to win this year? Let me try to guess it so that I can say I told you so. And there's hedging their bets and it's this, it's this, it's this, it's this. They're pissing me off. I'm done with it. So I need to speed up to the wild roller coaster of October that ends with me crying happy or sad tears.
Yeah, and John, you a funny moment before we started the show. you had left the room and you came back and you just said, "I'm ready for the playoffs." Yeah. Like you're there. We'll be more ready after Tuesday once we see Sevy. We like that a lot. We'll be there, by the way. We still got a couple more Talking Yanks at the stadium ticket if you want to check that out. Tuesday.
Impulse buy. Listen to this Monday. We got you on the aisle on the way out.
Yeah, and Jim, it's one of the hot topics now. One of my favorite stores, and I don't know. The big thing for me, and I think you and I are on the same page with a different twist on this, is we obviously want our as many best players healthy as we can. Whether Dellin, Sevy, those are obvious. Giancarlo. I mean, even some of the secondary guys. I mean, Montgomery. Even seeing him was cool today. Heller trying to get it back. So obviously, the more healthy guys, the better. That sounds dumb. That's obvious. Winning is still important. Obviously, that regular season win total, and you framed it pretty well today, Jim. You were wondering why some people were still getting a little anxious, and I was like, well, I think there's still a lot of fans that want the Yankees to catch that Red Sox 108 from last year. End of the day, that doesn't matter at all.
Because I don't care about the Red Sox.
If we win 105 games and lose the World Series, that sucks. If we win 102 games and win the World Series, awesome.
I'm gonna give a douchey, like, I wouldn't say this on Talking Baseball,
right,
because it's a douchey Yankee fan thing.
Right.
Yankee fans care about the Yankees. If you are driven by pettiness towards other teams, then you're acting like those fan bases. Because that's what Red Sox fans do. They are petty, and they are driven by the Yankees doing poorly. And Mets fans are driven by the Yankees doing poorly. Yankees fans, we don't give a fuck. Honestly, you said, what number was it?
108.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
Right.
I do not care about the Red Sox. And I'm getting sick of Yankee fans being, like, scared. Like, oh, we got to be better than the Red Sox last year. I don't give a fuck. Let's win the World Series because we're Yankees fans. We want the Yankees to win the World Series.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And then the other thing I'll mix in there, because I think I do feel a little more strongly than you, is because what's been your mission statement? Like, I want everyone to be healthy, and home field is not a bonus, but how are you phrasing it? You said like the same thing back-to-back episodes. I'm blanking on it.
Yeah, so, and I think the team agrees, and there's a development on this, is that going into the playoffs strong and not having home field advantage is better than limping in with home field advantage. And guys, we're kind of limping in already because there's injuries. And the only thing that we really I'm talking about here is the bullpen. Like, we're not going to burn these guys every game. And we have 5 good pitchers. And they're all pitching a lot still.
Yeah.
Like, they're all in a regular routine.
Hopefully 6 now.
Hopefully 6 now with Dellin. Like, they're all getting their time. But there's days where, like, fucking Nestor's going to have to eat some innings because we're not going to overexert them on their way. So, whatever. A.J. Hinch, the Astros, he rested a bunch of guys today.
Yeah.
He said the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Is like, health is so much more important than home field advantage. And guys, just to let you know, we've been doing this and people have been complaining about it for 2-3 weeks now. We're still, a half game ahead? And the team that we're going against is also doing it. So, like, this strategy, it's not an automatic we don't get home field advantage.
Right.
We could still very much likely get it. And I want it really, really bad. But if you're out there saying, if we don't get home field advantage, we're doomed, you're the type of fan that I'm not.
Yeah, and there's some... I have some contradicting ideals coming up, because, I think let's go back to some of our root stuff, Jim. This was technically a road trip, right? Boston, Toronto, and Detroit?
Yeah.
And, I mean, we went 3 out of 4 in Boston, we went 2 out of 3 in Detroit, and then we went 1 and 3 in Toronto. Quick math.
That's impossible.
3, 5, 6, 1, 1, 2, 6 and 4.
Yeah.
6 and 4 on the road trip. That's what you want to do.
You want to go 500, so we overdid it.
Yeah, so in a way that's good. I want to say I do get it. When we lost the Tigers game, we were up 6-0, and people were frustrated. I completely get that. Not winning this series, especially with a 12-inning extra inning game, including a kind of a game-time balk, that sucks. And I get that, and you should be frustrated. And I will say this, Jim, and I when I was sitting on your couch staring at you becoming Hot Boy Jimmy with that headband on, I did have the thought process that, like, yes, we want to be healthy, we want to be good. I want home field advantage. I understand our bullpen has limitations. I get that. I completely get that. But if this season were to end Game 7 in Houston again, and we have the same record with Houston, or we lost by 1 game, these more recent games are gonna stick out. Like, you could look back at the games in April. We lost to the Tigers again and be like, well, that sucked. We would have liked to have that one. These ones, when we know the mission and we know what we are trying to do, that would hurt a little more. So, I don't know. It's the first time I kind of felt that, and I was like, I want that. If there is a Game 7, I need that at the stadium.
Yeah,
I really do.
We'll just win in 6.
And that'd be cool, too.
Okay, cool.
That'd be cool, too. All right.
Cool. That's the home field, what's it called? Home field advantage?
Home field HFA, are what the kids are saying.
I've been doing HFA a lot because it's too many letters. Oh, man, I had a tweet today. Can you look at this tweet?
Let's look at this tweet quick.
It's
new segment on Talking Yanks. We're going to look at this tweet.
Oh, no, I just want to show you something.
Oh, wait, what's that most recent tweet you just posted?
It's a tweet that it's about you having a small penis. But anyway.
Okay.
I was crafting this tweet.
Right.
And it's basically everything I just said, so we don't need to read it, but
right.
To get this into 1 or 240 or whatever the limit is.
HFA was necessary.
HFA was so necessary. It was like a craft to get that down to 140 or whatever the limit is. So I was pretty impressed with myself.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Shall we dance? What do we want to do? Injury stuff? Or I think we go to the games.
We gotta burn the games because they're like the least pressing thing about anything we're going to talk about, and within them there's some good stuff, so they'll get us there. The Burns, the Burns guys are brought to you by our good friends over at Roosevelt's. The Roosevelt's. Jake got into town today, so I showed him all his shirts because they've been here. Now he remembers the Grandma's Rug and the Miami Vice. Yeah. And
dude, going off script.
Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot about the Grandma's Rug.
We know.
And you could see that in the past 3 episodes
we all know.
Jim, I love... Because know what? When I think of Grandma's Rug, I was thinking like Roosevelt's party shirt.
You continued to say rug when it's couch.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. So when I hear Grandma's Rug... what I'm thinking is, and I'm thinking Roosevelt's, I'm thinking like that Saturday day party. I'm thinking like...
No, it's like a nice dress
I'm thinking bachelor party, I'm hammered drunk on the dance floor, Jimmy will leak out some of those videos later. I saw Grandma's Rug, and I was like,
couch.
I'm wearing this out.
Yeah, it's just a nice shirt.
Yeah, like I would wear that to dinner and drinks. I'd also wear that doing blackout in my normal stuff, but it's a nice shirt.
Yeah, and it comes from Roosevelt's. RSVLTS.com/Jomboy. Use discount code Jomboy to get 20% off. If you use discount code Jake, they actually tack on some money.
Yeah, don't use that.
Yeah, so just stick to Jomboy. Don't use Jake. Go to Roosevelt's. Check them out and enjoy. And they are bringing you the Burns. And Jake, on your mark, get set, burn.
Tanaka Tuesday on a Friday in the Great North as the Jays announce Anthony Michael Kay to start versus the Yanks. Bottom 2, official Yankee killer Randall Grichuk, home run, and that's obvious, followed by a Jays rally in the 4th. It's 3-0 Jays. Top 5 Yanks say, how about we score 5? Clint Clyde Frazier glides in for an RBI double. They didn't even know. Roma an RBI single. Voit with the RBI ground out. And Jim, the most happy fella, Gio Urshela, a 2 RBI single just like that. It's 5-3 Yanks. Dem pesky Jays, though. They played one from Craig's son, Kevin Biggio, in the 5th. And in the 7th, Jim, oh no, Ottavino. With the old bulky knee, he balks home a run. We're locked up at 5s. Buenos Cantos. And with the rest being priority, Dante's son, Bo Bichette, he lions one out of the park off Tyler. Baby Jays walk it off 6-5 final.
Hey, I forgot this was kind of a crazy game.
Jim, we skipped over Patreon today, and we're not going to talk about it, but Jeffrey Mueller in the chat, who's a strong Patreon supporter of us, he got me really good because you're holding the audio recorder right now.
Yeah.
And it looks like a funky device. And he commented, "Is that a giant vape?"
It's not.
It kind of looks like a wild vape. But no, we don't smoke on the show.
No. Jake,
No.
if I have the opportunity, since you're in person, I can
Right.
kind of produce on the fly.
Right.
And edit. Because you're way louder for the burns.
Right. But I do some good mic work, too. Thanks, Jim.
Dropped you from 85 to 70 on the decimal
Thank you.
rating.
Okay.
Also, this battery looks like it's going to die soon, which is a bummer.
Oh, boy.
Fucking can't wait till we have a producer.
Buckle up.
Buckle up! Yeah, people wanted this game to be like a buckle up game. And I was
Right.
like, oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, you know what pissed me off about this game? So we have to find moments in games.
Right.
Ottavino, he admitted he's struggling lately.
Yeah.
He's like, I just can't find it. He's like, I'm not bad right now. Like, I
Right.
can still get the job done. But yeah, something's a little off. I'm trying to tinker and fix it. But like his body language gets so bad sometimes, man.
Very negative body language. And dude, I was thinking about the Ottavino roller coaster today. And like, think of end of April. We were like, how dumb are the Red Sox for not getting this guy? And he was our trump card. Like, it was 6th, 7th, 8th inning. If we needed outs, it's just like Ottavino.
Yeah.
And now here we are, like, Canley's clearly jumped him. Britton has been above him for a while, and they just like him in that 8th inning role. And I don't know. It's just wild, and it's kind of the world of relievers. But where we're at with Ottavino, and this is getting nitpicky, but remember when Canley started being really good, what makes him special is how he pitches against lefties, because that changeup is unfair. And
Can you give your sound effect for a kid?
Swoop. I'm just thinking about when they realized that midseason and they were like, yo, like Canley versus lefties, got to do that. And maybe this is too deep, but like they started pulling Ottavino. Like, remember there was a couple times like Ottavino would have 2 outs in an inning and a lefty would be coming up?
Yeah, they bring Canley in.
And I don't, like, that made sense, but at the same time, like Ottavino, who you mentioned his body language and you talk about confidence or something like that, just like the progression of Ottavino to where we are now, it feels like it's kind of been, this is way too dramatic for what Ottavino's been doing, but it's been like a slow, steady decline. Like, he went from a 10 out of 10 to now he's what, like a 7.7?
No, I still think he's really good.
Right.
I'm not nearly that.
But you don't feel about him the same way you did in April, is what I'm saying.
No. Kinda. I'm pretty high on Ottos.
I mean,
it was a bummer of a thing. Like, there was some weird hits, and then he didn't get a call that he wanted.
Right.
It was a good call, I think. So, I don't know. Body language is bad in this one. I'm not worried moving forward.
No, not worried, but it's just in April, end of April, we were 10 out of 10 out of Ottavino. He was incredible. Now, I mean, and obviously, like, his stuff is still filthy, but it's just a different vibe. It's not the vibe I thought we'd be at with Vino right now.
I think he's just waiting, man. Like, that's what Chapman told our good friend Joe's McFly, Pinch
Right.
Shape Strong. Talked to Chapman, and he was like, hey, man, sorry about that game last night. Because that Chapman just blew one. He's like,
Right.
oh, Poppy, I don't care at all. Like,
No.
This is preseason.
Right.
It's pretty funny to hear like players say that.
Yeah.
That's what I expect Chapman's reaction. Oh, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I still really good.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is...
We're looking at Ottavino's game log right now.
This is nitpicking to a degree.
Holy shit. He's been so good. Look at his fucking May.
Yeah. And maybe that's what's unfair.
He's got a 1.85 ERA.
Maybe he's gone.
Dude, I didn't realize he's been that good.
Yeah.
I did not realize that.
But I mean, he's given up runs in 3 of his last 7 appearances. So I mean, it's not ring the bell or anything, but it's a little different.
But the season as a whole is crazy.
Oh, it's incredible. Red Sox are still idiots. How about that? I'll say that.
Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, so that was the only kind of bummer about, game one, and then they lose, but I mean, you went to Lions in the end, so who cares?
Yeah, and I understand it's tough to grasp, but yeah, I mean, you can't. Bo Bichette was sitting slider, and he knew if he threw him a slider, he'd hit a home run.
Yeah,
so
just fucking someone figure that out. Sessa looked good, Britton looked good, and Tanaka didn't, right? Not really.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, we weren't blown away. It wasn't a terrible start, right? No. Tanaka's final line is 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 earned runs. So not a great start.
Do you do that every
88
show?
Pitches. What?
Like, it's right here.
I don't use this page at all. So, sorry. This makes me feel more part of the game. We had a caught stealing in this game, which that'll be a recurring theme of this whole episode, which kind of sucks. No homers. Only 2 extra base hits. Sorry. Guardian for Clint.
Clean. Let's go on to game 2.
Let's do
More
it.
fun stuff.
Let's get it.
On your mark. Get set. Burn.
James Paxton in the motherland versus Team Jacob Waguespack, and it would be twilight quickly for the Jays in this one. Guardian Luke with a couple meathead RBI doubles early. It's 2-0 after 3. It was the gardener with the bat at the dish. ×2. 2 home runs by Gardy in back-to-back innings. Giggity, giggity, goo. 6-0 Yanks. Glaby Baby cries one out of the park. Voigt says, yo, Gardy, I thought this was a meathead game. He destroys one into the third deck in center. Holy smokes. Wade and the young Prince get involved, and that's obvious. Another solid start from Paxton to make it 8 wins in a row for him. Oh, and how about Mike Ford pinch hit nuke for funsies? Jim, Yanks win in a rout, 13-3.
Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
I was like, this is what the Yankees do. They lose game 1, they come back, and they slaughter you in game 2. That's what people are saying.
People were saying.
No, this was a good game because the bullpen was coming. The whole team was coming off 18 innings, and the bullpen got used like a lot. And then the 12-inning game, everyone had been used, and Paxton plus the offense plus Guerin and Lasagna were able to give the big arms a rest. That was the biggest win from this game. Brett Gardner with 5 RBIs, 2 home runs, and then the pinch hit home run by Ford, I think, is actually.
It's conversational.
Yeah, I don't want. I'm not. I say it, and I think when I said it to you earlier, you had me overplaying it more. But I think dude, if we have a player, a lefty bat that can pinch hit at the stadium, does that perk the Yankees' ears up at all?
It's conversational.
I don't think it gets him that last spot over Wade, but I just wonder if it at least plants a tiny seed of that. Make Boone have the conversation.
And it's, I mean, Jim, we've said it all year. Baseball moves quick, and I mean, a couple good Mike Ford games / at bats, and it's very much a conversation. I mean, again, that 25th roster spot, whether you or 24th, 25th between the last pitcher and the last hitter, you can have a lot of fun conversations on that. Tyler Wade might be in, or do they want a lefty impact power bat who's shown he could pinch hit?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a giant factor in it. Little fun fact for everyone: Mike Ford is tied for the AL lead in pinch hit home runs. We found that out today, and we had a nice guffaw over it.
Yeah, he's got 2.
He's
got 2.
So yeah, I don't know. There's some I mean, we went from what, a week ago there was people asking questions if Luke Voigt will be on the playoff roster to now it's hey, can Ford join him? So we'll see.
Those people are crazy.
We'll see. I mean, injuries, play, and so much will be a factor for the final 11 games, 10 games, whatever it is.
Paxton got in trouble in the first again, and it was a bit of no, I don't want to start another one of these. And then he got out of trouble, and with a nice strikeout to end it. So it was a good job by Paxton. But it did cost him, 31 pitches in the first. He only goes 5.
Yeah, but I mean, still, even being able to bounce back from a big first inning like that, because I mean, you throw 30 pitches in an inning, you're like a lost batter away from getting pulled.
I've never done it, so I don't know, but I believe you.
I've been close. Knuckleball. But yeah, Paxton, he does his job. The offense rolls, and we get to go to Guerin, Loizaga, and Dull in his last Yankee game.
Dull leaves because some people came back and they played in the third game. And
Ooh.
Jake, let's burn that. On your mark, get set, burn, you big dumb idiot, burn.
Game 3 double opener day for Chad Bro Green versus Wilmer Flintstone Font. Judge goes all times New Roman on Font with a solo shot in the first, and it's on to the main event of TJ Zoukmanzada versus the full Monty as Jordan makes his 2019 debut for the Yanks. Jay score a pair of Jordan, but they'd answer right back. The big Fundy, RBI's LeMahieu ropes a double, followed by Sir Didi. Zooks an RBI single. It's 3-2 Yanks. Randall Grichucks one over the wall, because of course he does. Locked up at threes until, oh no. Randall Grichuk, John Boy's Ugly, takes his horse to the Old Town Road. He's gonna ride out another homer. Congrats on winning Yankee Killer of the Year. 6-3 Jays. Yanks would try to scrap and claw, but they lose the game, and they win on the return of Dellin Betances and Gumby. But 6-4 is your final. They lose the series. I don't care. Good luck.
Who you saying good luck to?
Why'd you just scream into the mic?
Because he grabbed me.
No.
Yeah?
Prove it.
Who'd you say good luck to?
Everyone.
Oh.
Wishing everyone good luck, man.
It's really nice.
It's nice.
Good luck.
It's a nice thing to do.
Jake was going door to door today. Download Talking Yanks. Download Talking Yanks.
Hey, is there any Yankees fans in this household?
Hey, this is from Jersey. You don't like Yanks?
What if I told you?
Betances.
Deli.
You
put him in the bucket. What a fool.
His velocity still way down, but
A couple MPHs.
the pinpoint control is like he's never really had that.
Maybe we should lower the miles per hour. Maybe that's a good thing.
If Dellin throws 95, he can hit spots perfectly.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. What's better? 95 dotted or 99 just...
I'll take the dot.
Yeah.
I'll take the dot.
Can you make the noise of what you think Tanaka's splitter... What noise represents Tanaka's splitter?
Boo.
Oh.
Like it's coming, it's gone.
Interesting.
What's your noise?
Oh.
Okay. Talking Yanks noise app.
Yeah.
Noise app.
Deli forgets how many outs there are.
That's fun. He does his signature little dance, hop off the mound, and they're like, no. 2 outs, bro. And he's like,
that was just two. I actually asked you a question, which
right.
I thought was like, don't take this.
It's interesting.
Seriously. I was like, do you think Boone saw that he mentally kind of checked out, like he thought the inning ended? So Boone was like, well, whatever, let's just get him out then. Like, he could have to regroup mentally. I don't think this, but I was like, I just thought like, maybe Boone was like, you know what, fine, that's fine, yeah. You thought you were done, you're done. You did enough.
There's a 5% chance. There's a 5% chance that factored in Boone taking him out.
He played himself into...
I think it's more so kind of that old mentality that we've been looking for. Get your win. Dellin strikes out his first 2 batters. A lefty's coming up. You had Nestor ready just in case Deli's inning went a little wild. Okay, just making sure that I'm not in arm's reach of you when we podcast in person anymore.
Why?
It's throwing me off my game, man.
Jeez.
A teammate normally picks up their teammate, not tries to distract.
Stay focused.
Stop distracting. So yeah, I don't know. Dellin, he strikes out 2 batters. I think they just washed their hands and were like, all right, we saw it. And I think the more important point than him forgetting the outs, and if that factors into this decision, is another thing you said, Jimmy, that the Yanks are going to pitch Dellin every 2 or 3 days the rest of the way, no matter what.
Yeah, they can't afford to, like, wait till he fits into it. Like, no, he's got to make appearances to get the arm strength up and everything. So, I mean, and that is more important than the game results. So, making sure Dellin has built up strength and is on a good schedule for the playoffs. Same with Britton. Same with Ottavino. Same with Kenley. We're going to get to a point, guys, where the Yankees look at the schedule and they say, okay, we want these 4 to pitch this day. So let's work ourselves down from that. Off day. 2 in a row we'll do there. 2 off days. And it's just going to be scheduled.
Yeah.
And that is good.
Yeah, and it's how it has to be.
Yeah.
It's how it has to be. So, I mean, it was a bummer. The Yankees got some guys on base, and you were waiting for that 3-run homer to take the lead and say, okay, let's go Britton Chapman and get the hell out of Dodge. It doesn't happen. It is what it is. And still a good road trip.
Still a good road trip.
Did anyone get hurt in Toronto? No, right?
You talking Yankees players?
If you know anyone that got hurt in Toronto, I'm more than willing to talk about it.
I know a couple people that's...
Let's hear it.
Well, there's some stubbed toes.
Who stubbed their toe?
My friend Brad.
In Toronto.
Yeah.
Over the past couple days?
Yeah, and then I had a follower on Twitter who went to the game today, DM me, and say, where is it? Dude, had a real good time at the game today despite the loss. I did fall from the 3rd deck into the 2nd, broken neck. So if you could send some thoughts and prayers my way from the Talking Yanks faithful, that would be great. So could everyone go thank Jake Sanderson, or don't thank him for breaking his neck. Just say, hey, thoughts and prayers.
And that was Talking Lies.
Who lied? Ooh.
That's a good noise. All right. What else? I mean, Gumby's back. Gumby's not getting an award. Let's talk Gumby right now.
I was going to give Gumby the...
You can give Gumby an award if you
No,
want.
I won't. We'll talk Gumby. Gumby's back, and his breaking stuff looked rather flat. He did the old Chance Adams where there was like one changeup and a couple curves at the end there to Rowdy Tellez that looked really good. There were some fastballs that looked good. 92, he was painting that a little bit. But hey, that was not a results-driven outing for Gumby. That was a personal conquest for him to make it back onto the field in that big league level after surgery. So it's a big win for him. See what he's got. And like I said to you, if this was the middle of June and just a regular old Gumby start, we'd be like, oh shit, like Gumby's not good.
Yeah.
The stuff isn't there. But it's the first game back, and we'll move on. But
yeah, I think it was good seeing him out there. I mean, and that's not even us making a take at this point. Like, all of the yes people were like, yeah, Gumby's stuff was pretty flat. None of his stuff was sharp, and you shouldn't expect it to be. I mean, it's spring training times a year and a half off of baseball. But I think the biggest thing, and I don't know, like, when Gumby came out, and I mentioned the 24th, 25th spot on the roster, I don't know. I raised the eyebrow, and I was like, let's see it, Monty. Like, if you're looking good, I've got no problem putting you on the roster.
Do you think there's a chance? I still think there's a chance.
There's a chance. He'd have to show a lot, especially after today. And again, hey, knock on wood, again, like, just injuries don't go away for the next 11 games. So, I mean, there's a world where Monty's like an easy pencil in for the 25th man roster. We'll see. He has to show a lot. It was good to see him out there. And, I mean, he's going to get, 3 more appearances?
Yeah, probably. Hey, I have a question for you.
Please.
Do you think Cessa's earned to be the 25th man? 2 scoreless innings in this series. His season stats are, like, kind of pretty good. He's been with the team. Do you think that there's a place where they think, like, Cessa's part of the fabric of this bullpen?
That is such a yes and no question. I mean, yes, like, Jim, actually, I might have stumbled into what would be my actual take if I thought about this. Luis Cessa, for the regular season this year, has been everything we asked. In the postseason, there might not be a role for him.
That's true.
So I don't know. And again, like if Luis Cessa is on the roster, you and I wouldn't be mad about it.
It's the last guy.
You know? And if it comes down to him and Gumby, I think there is a world where you say, like, yeah, he's earned it. And Gumby's basically in a late September spring training. And yeah, I know you got the stats up right now. I mean, Cessa's only had, one bad month this year? It's pretty nuts.
August wasn't great, but...
But again, that's what we ask from him.
Yeah, it's true.
So, I don't know. I mean, it's we'll see what Gumby's got. If he ends up looking good by the end of it, that would be pretty cool. If he doesn't, it's kind of a shrug, and hopefully we get some good faces out of him in the dugout, and he's ready to throw, 175 innings next year.
So, back to my I was just checking my Twitter randomly.
Right.
Back to my big thing in the start of, like, how I think Yankee fans should act and how lesser teams act.
Right.
This guy says, I celebrate every Yankees elimination day like a holiday. And it's like, yeah, that's so pathetic. Dude.
Yeah.
If you're a Yankees fan celebrating like the Red Sox elimination day, like I hope you don't exist because that's pathetic.
Whoa.
I don't care about them. They're less than.
What about when I said they're no longer the defending champs? Is that okay?
Defending champs isn't like a thing. Like it's not
Right.
like a cool title.
Kind of is.
You do because
We're going to be saying it a lot after this year. Bing.
No, I wouldn't. Because like
soundboard.
As soon as the next season happens, the season from before means literally nothing.
Right,
It carries no weight. So it's just an empty crown, and if you go bragging about an empty crown, you're a loser.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my stance on it's so hard to repeat. I think part of that crown is real. So
I think back in the day when teams repeated a lot,
right.
Then or like in basketball, it's more if the same guys stay, then it means more. But in this day and age in baseball, winning last year means dick. About
Maybe the Yankees are going to change your thoughts on that after the next couple years.
I don't think so.
Be pretty nice.
Let's move on to which is brought to you by Instinct Dog Training.
Yes.
Instinct Dog Training. Go to www.instinctdogtraining.com and take your dog and teach him some goddamn manners.
Sit.
Stay.
Shake.
Come.
Lay.
You're good at majority of those.
Most.
Yeah.
Most.
Yeah. Well, they are fully licensed, and they have indoor-outdoor training facilities in Manhattan, New York, and Bergen County, New Jersey. They offer positive reinforcement board and train camps, private lessons, and free puppy classes.
Hello.
Oh, adorable. Maybe you can go to the puppy class just as a visitor. Snuggle up. If you use code TALKINYANKS when booking, you get 10% off the board and train camp or private lessons and package. So if you have a dog that sucks at being well-disciplined, or you have a friend who has a dog that sucks at being well-disciplined, and hint, you do.
You do.
You do. Everyone has a friend whose dog kind of sucks.
If you don't, I'm that person. So.
So go over to there. They're helping us out.
I've got a good quick story.
Yeah.
When I first got Noodle, a lot of people are familiar with my dog Noodle that are fans of the program. Cute little golden doodle puppy. We went to one of these puppy play classes that Instinct Dog Training offers. I had some buddies visiting town, pair of the talls, Alex and Kyle. So they're 6'6" and 6'5" respectively. So me and the boys go out to a boozy brunch, classic. We put down a bunch of memes. We're half in the bag. I totally forgot about the puppy play date thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the three of us are tipsy and we hear like puppy play date. We're like, yeah, let's go. So the three of us go. All three of us are pretty sloshed. My girlfriend shows up with the dog. She's like, are you guys serious? We're like, yeah, we're here to play with the dogs. Everyone there is like a family or like a young couple that just got their dog and they're so excited. So everyone's looking at my girlfriend with us three drunkards and the puppy and they're like, what the hell kind of commune are you guys running over there? And she was really embarrassed and mad at me for a little bit. So go to Instinct Dog Training, not really drunk.
Don't bring your drunk friends.
Yes.
Awards, Jake.
Awards.
Pride of the Yankees. Pride of the Yankees.
Ooh.
The first award we give out here on Talking Yanks is Pride of the Yankees. And Jake gets to go first. Jake, who is your Pride of the Yankees?
My Pride of the Yankees. This actually is the only time I use the stats page. I think I know, Jim. I think I can. I think I kind of want to set you up. Never gonna give you up. Know what? Honestly, my Pride of the Yankees, Jim, is James Paxton.
Why?
Not one of his more special outings.
No.
5 innings pitched, 1 earned run is still. Will you take that in the playoffs? Absolutely. We'd kill for that in the playoffs.
5 innings pitched, 1 earned run?
Yeah.
I think that's like the most the Yankees will ask.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That would be incredible. Unless a starter is cruising and you have a decent lead. If you have like a 4 or 5 run lead and someone's cruising, they're going to let Paxton and Tank go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that's like they'll cap it.
Right.
But once you hit that point, they're like, hey, we'll see where we're at.
You can't lose the game at that point. They're ready to use the bullpen.
Yeah. A lot of people, whatever.
Yeah. Postseason baseball is a little differently, guys, and that's why we have that crazy bullpen. But James Paxton, Jim, 8-0 in his last 8 starts. Think about where we were with him before that. We had conversations before this run of will James Paxton get the ball in the playoffs. And we were hopeful and knocking on wood that he could still put it together and have like a good season. And he has. His ERA is down to, I think, 3.88 on the year. The 8-0 is incredible. And I mean, at this point, it's literally like let him throw 90 pitches, get him out of the game, and keep him fine-tuned, keep that knee healthy. But if the playoffs started tomorrow, you'd be pretty confident in James Paxton. And there was a while that we were worried that we'd never say those words.
Yeah. No. Yeah. He's made a swift change, which is good.
And the best part about it is it's not. I don't want to throw hap on it. It's not like balls are being hit and it's at people. It's the pitch mix has changed. He looks more confident.
There's tangible differences.
The first inning stuff has somewhat been addressed / hasn't been a conversation in a while. And even if that comes back up, he still had a lot of good starts with the bad first inning stuff. So my pride, who gave me the most pride, is James Paxton.
How's that look?
Not as good. Jimmy's adjusting his headband.
Okay.
He went full length with it, and it wasn't the look.
Trying things
out. It was
out.
kind of cone-headish.
All right, my Pride of the Yankees.
Can I ask who your Pride of the Yankee is?
Pride of the Yankees. It's Brett Gardner.
Yeah, I want to give it to you, man.
5 RBIs in 1 game, 2 home runs.
Yeah.
Having a good year. Played all 3 games in Toronto on the turf in center field. Made a hell of a play. Didn't he make a good play at one point?
Yeah, that one game. He had the 2 home runs. He made that catch up against the wall, and Coney was like, Coney was given basically the Friday night. He can run, he can pass, he can catch the ball, he'll snap you the ball. Gardy was doing everything. And dude, before you go into some of the good stuff, the 3 games part is actually crazy.
Yeah, they don't usually do that when they go to the turf.
We almost don't like it, but
dude. He's on a tear. Like, I don't know. Go back. Let's see. That one looks like a good spot. His last 21 games started. Oh.
Ooh. Well, a lot of power. He's on a power tear.
Dude, that's weird.
Teamwork. That's teamwork.
868 OPS, but the batting average is in that.
I saw James Smythe tweet that out the other day. He's like, yeah, Gardy's batting average hasn't been there, but every hit is a homer or double.
Damn. He's like, his on-base percentage.
Do it since the Detroit game. I'm good at cooking the numbers.
That's 4 games.
Yeah, that still works, man.
Okay, in those last 4 games, he's hitting .316 with a .316 on base percentage.
4 homers in 4 games.
Yo, he hasn't got a walk.
Why would he?
Yeah, so anyway, look at this. Just fucking only playing center field these days.
Ooh, trivia question for you in your car right now or at your cubicle. When was the last time Brett Gardner played a position that wasn't center field? You're thinking, you're like, well, it's got to be left field, Jake. Why would you even say another position? It's not like Gardy plays second base. Jake's an idiot. I hate him. And the last time he played left field was probably, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. Jim, when was it?
July 20th.
Brett Gardner. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Brett Gardner's old.
No.
Older.
Older than you.
Older than us.
Yeah. Not combined.
Not combined.
So, he's my pride of the Yankees, man. I mean, and I will address this, like Francesa was like, clearly he's hitting more home runs because of the juiced balls, which the commissioner of baseball has come out and said they're juiced. And everyone has said they're juiced. And, yeah, clearly he's hitting more home runs because the balls fly. And when Meredith Marakovich asked Brett Gardner, like, what's different? He's like, well, those tight balls help. So, like, come on. But, I'll take it.
Jimmy, it's a classic modern day everyone's right argument. Like, people are saying, like, oh, well, you know, Gardy's having a great year. Yep. Are the balls juiced? Yep. And it's like, oh, there's no winner to the argument. It's like you could go back and forth all day. You're saying the same stuff.
Yeah.
Fantastic pride of the Yankees. The chat is blown away that Brett Gardner's last game in left field was July 20th.
Yeah.
Which makes me happy we talked about it, man.
Thanks. Well, that's why my pride of the Yankees is the best
Bones.
of the episode today.
Bones.
And you just bones me on that.
Love hearing you talk, Gardy. We all do.
You Yankee motherfucker.
Ooh. I'm going to be making that noise for the next 5 days because we just watched the Ashley Schaefer bloopers.
Well, I'm going to make the ooh.
Well, that noise wasn't ever made, but I'm happy you like that noise.
Who's your motherfucker?
You Yankee MFer. God, this is tough. Should we not do cop-outs? But it's like cop-out season. Like, these games don't really matter. My Yankee MFer... This sucks, man. I hate giving out MFers. Jim, I don't want to give one. I'm giving it to Ottavino. I did that whole dumb rant before that was way too dramatic. He balked in a run. that led to an extra inning game that made us play 3 more innings on turf. So that's my biggest gripe about it.
Ottavino?
Don't be balking in runs.
Yeah, don't balk in runs.
Balk in runs that makes us
Especially
play 3
when-
extra innings on the turf.
Especially when you're already, like, upset. Like, he was already pissy.
Right.
So then it's like, dude, you just got in your own head. It's very clear you got in your own head.
I know it's funny. We've made some jokes about Ottavino's personality. He's got a little Brooklyn, like, hipster, some weird stuff going on. We like him. But he, no, it's funny, like, he balked, and he was pissy before that, and then he balked, and he's like, yeah, well, I was pissy. It's like, well, that's not how this works.
Yeah.
It's not a good excuse. So, yeah, I'm happy with my MFer.
Wow, okay. Jake, who do I give my MFer to? It's really tough.
I told you, it's a tough one. I was so happy I remembered the balk. Otherwise,
Like, can I give it to Nestor?
I mean, you can.
Or are we over that?
It's pretty lame. I think
He's gotten it
Yeah,
so
Nestor's
often.
been getting some rough awards.
He's not good.
Yeah.
We had a good joke about how, like, they're like, Bo Bichette's bunt was awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I said Nestor's one of the easiest pitchers to bunt against ever because he's hard to hit because of all the deception in the windup.
Right.
So if you take that out of the equation and you're just like, well, I'm just waiting for the ball
Yeah.
to bunt anyway, like, you could, it's basically bunting off a tee. Just fastball right down the middle.
2 T's.
Didn't Clint cost Tanaka some innings? Was that this series?
No.
That was last series?
Yeah.
Okay, so Clint, you're free.
Safe.
Oh no, man, I don't care.
I know, it's tough, dude.
I want to give it to fucking Nestor's just staring at me. Tanaka, fine. If we're going in tough awards,
Wow.
tough love it is. Masa, you didn't do good. You didn't do good game 1.
Holy
Gave up 4 earned runs, couldn't go deep, use it on the field, and we'll get over it.
You feeling all right? You take your pills today?
Sorry, Tanaka. All right.
Damn.
So we're gonna do something here, Jake. We're gonna break for an ad. That wasn't the break, but the new ad agency says that We're going to try and just insert in ads every now and then. And I don't know if they're doing it right now or not. So this might be a real break or a fake break. But
enjoy.
If there is an ad, cool. If not, we're back.
Do you have to like write that down or something?
Yeah, I have to like put the time in. Like,
do you have it?
I'll get it when I edit it. It'll change.
Oh, okay.
We're supposed to do like a lot of those, but we only did one.
Yeah.
Like, well, we don't want to do like a lot of ads.
Right.
So anyway, what's your first award?
My first award, Jim. Prestigious award. People have been talking about this award a lot. Jim, I'm going with the I'm not cocky, I'm confident award.
Okay.
I'm not cocky, I'm confident. You want to guess or no?
I'm not cocky, I'm confident. I know exactly what you're going to.
When you tell me I'm the best, it's a compliment.
You're giving this award to Tyler Wade.
I am.
Because unlike Clint, who's cocky, and it backfires, Tyler Wade, for some reason unbeknownst to us, he's very confident in himself.
It's Tyler Wade deserves an award. He played some quality defense when he runs the bases. It's kind of like magical. Like he's beautiful to watch on the bases. He's a beautiful man. A lot of people say we look alike, and it's like, guys.
That sums it up. Clint has like an insecure cockiness to him.
Ooh, okay.
Where like the only reason you
it's like a false cover.
The only reason you present yourself like this is because you are so insecure. That's why he reads all the Twitters and Instagrams. And
I didn't bring up Clint, by the way.
But I know, but this is the difference. And then Tyler, I'm not cocky, I'm confident. Tyler Wade, for some reason, just has like this kind of, this is what I do.
And it's going to be a fun conversation. 3 years, 5 years. Looking at whatever Tyler Wade turns out, I'll tell you what. If it turns out he can't hit, you're going to watch probably 5-6 major league teams take a chance on him because he's so good in every aspect of the game. Jimmy tweeted it out today. If the dude can be like a 250 hitter, he's going to have a double-digit major league career because he's very good at defense. He plays all the positions. He runs the bases so well. Jim, a big theory that you and I stumbled into earlier this year, is that if Tyler Wade can figure out how to slap balls the other way, just for those duck-in singles like he had today, I mean, I think he can be that hitter. And you and I had a laugh today because, I mean, there very easily could be a world 3 years from now where we look back and we say Tyler Wade is like a fan favorite because he can play every position. In left field with he who shall not be named, like you mentioned before, that's kind of important. But and I mean, as of today, Tyler Wade's on our postseason roster, right?
Yeah.
And think about how crazy that thought is from even a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So good for you, Tyler.
Good for you. I was going to give him an award if you didn't.
Yeah, he deserved an award.
And you gave him the I'm not cocky.
I'm confident.
Not cocky, I'm confident.
What song is that? I'm not cocky, I'm confident. When you tell me I'm the best, it's a compliment.
No idea, man.
Someone knows.
I kind of want to do the...
do that award. What's your first award?
What's that? Fucking the Back at It award.
Back at it.
Back at it.
Back on my board.
I wish I thought of something better.
That's all right.
DJ LeMahieu.
Life happens. Good call. He almost got my pride.
He had like a mini slump, I want to say, or I don't even know if it was.
It's just like, and it's a couple games.
I did not look into the numbers when people were like, "Are we going to talk about DJ yet? Is anyone ready to talk about DJ?" And it's like, no. Dude, no one's ready.
Nope.
Because no one should care. It was. This is the stretch people were talking about.
Yeah.
A 7-game stretch where he batted 129.
Which isn't good.
It's a bad 7-game stretch. Well, anyway, in his last, 3 hits there. So that's 5, 9. In his last 4 games, he has 10 hits. In his last 4 games, he has 10 hits. In this series, he went 7 for 17 with an RBI and he played 3 positions. He played first, third, and second.
Yeah.
Which I'm in awe in every time.
And I think they said a stat on the broadcast that he was the first Yankee ever to play 25 games at 3 infield positions. I think that's like true.
That's crazy.
Normally don't trust myself, but I'm pretty sure I heard those words.
Back at it. 7-game slide.
Those
That's what he needed. He was lagging a little bit.
Stolen base.
And he did steal third, which was cool.
He's so good.
Yeah.
It's where that should be his nickname, so good.
No, Big Fundy's pretty nice.
Big Fundy's awesome. But every DJ LeMahieu conversation ends with, so good.
He's so good.
Wow. I like that a lot. Jimmy, James, John Boy, my final award. And, you're not going to be fully pleased with me. But, we'll make up for it tonight.
Okay.
Is the Get Me Out of That Bucket Award.
Dellin Betances.
It's going to Dellin, man. And I'm obviously being a little facetious. We had our... Again, we were both basically saying the same thing with a 5% variance. Dellin was back. He looked good. We mentioned the fastball that he just dotted. And it was like... There's a cool thing in baseball with the pitcher, the catcher, the ump, and the hitter. When a perfect pitch is thrown, all 4 of them are like, damn. The pitcher's like, I just painted one. The catcher's just like, I just got the perfect pitch. Umpire wants to call strike 3 because it's a great pitch. And the batter's like, this is why this sport is fucking tough. And we saw that today. And then he showed that off speed, that wipeout slider is still there. It is going to be interesting because, Jim, you are right. He's about 4 miles per hour away from his normal fastball. He normally sits around 98 and he touches 100 if he needs to.
Yeah. He hit 95.
He hit 95.
He was sitting 93.
He was sitting 93, 94. It'll be interesting because it is well known that Dellin in the regular season has a bit of a build-up. Let's say today was Dellin Betances' opening day, which, it wouldn't really. This would be the end of spring training for him, but we're expediting the process. He has 2 weeks to build it up. I don't know, man. Again, I don't think they're going to use him what's Dellin's ceiling for this playoff run? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Would you see Dellin in the 7th inning with a 2-run lead in the playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
One of the guys.
Okay, so you think he can fully entrench himself in the 4 horsemen?
5 horsemen and the goose.
And the goose. He's not the goose. He'll never be the goose. Chad will be the goose.
He kind of was the goose last playoffs.
He was the goose. But I guess that's...
Chad's the goose.
I guess... Chad's the goose, everyone. I guess that's kind of what I'm saying is that, I think in this process, and again, we're going to talk a lot about playoff roles coming up, but maybe Dellin's the get-out-of-innings guy? You know what I'm saying? If we need Dellin to get 1 or 2 outs?
That was, who he could not be for the last 4 years.
But that changed in the playoffs.
But that was a very small sample of his career, where majority of his career
it's true.
It was
it's
not
true.
Bring Dellin in
right.
the middle of
You want to give him the fresh inning, and that's fair, especially with runners on base. I get that. He was our super weapon last playoff. It's something to watch. With how good Ottavino, Britton, Canely, and Chapman have been all year, it's tough for me picturing him getting the 7th or 8th over one of those other guys. I could be wrong. And again, Dellin, I would love... This is my Joe Pesci coming out. I would love...
He lives here. You want to go to his house?
Let's go. I would love if Dellin Betances proved me wrong in the next 2 weeks. I would love if after these next 2 weeks I'm slamming the table saying, well, Dellin's our 8th inning guy again, right? Mm-hmm. I don't see that happening. I think he's going to be very good, clearly, with the Horseman and the Goose. It was awesome seeing Dellin back.
Yeah. Love to see the giddy up, too.
Little giddy up. He was excited.
Yeah.
He's excited.
What award did you give him?
I gave him the Take Me Out of the Bucket.
Oh, okay. Take
me out of the bucket.
Put me onto those horses.
Show me your... What's your next award?
My next award is Love Is All That I Can Give to You.
Love is all that I
That is not
can
the tune.
give to you.
That's not the tune of it. It's
I'm writing my own fucking song.
No, it's from Little Rascals.
Sure. Let's hear it.
You know it. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. Then we skip a couple lines. We go, love is all that I can give to you. Then we skip a couple lines and we say, take my heart and please don't break it. Luis
Love.
Severino.
Wow.
Take my heart, but please don't break it. Sevy's getting the start on Tuesday, and I am ready to be a little schoolgirl. If he strikes out a first batter or the last batter of the first inning, I am going to melt, dude. I'm so ready to jump into Sevy's bucket.
Yeah. I'm your bucket. I'm going to be going nuts.
Mr. Bucket, put your balls in my mouth, Mr. Bucket. Then I spit them right out, Mr. Bucket.
These live shows, man. Yeah, again, reminder, we're going to be at the game Tuesday. I've just kind of been piecing it together. Like, we're going to have, like,
Story of Jake's life.
almost 80 Talking Yanks fans there, which is insane. We've got a couple more tickets left, said that earlier. Not doing a whole press thing. I've got some family coming. We've got some friends coming. I think the stadium is going to be electric. Sevy starting that game. I think people are going to be going nuts. And you're right, Jim. I mean, Sevy's like... you summed it up with...
Song.
Love is all that you can give to you, is how you wrote it down.
I typed it wrong.
What is it?
The real line
Right.
is take my heart, but please don't break it.
Take my heart, but please don't break it. And yeah, our hearts are our hearts are out there, man.
Hearts are on the line.
Fuck. I kind of didn't realize that.
Hearts on the line. Yeah. You're
Damn.
nervous. You're so nervous.
Damn.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much for tuning in. If you're coming to the game, get there early. I mean, we'll have emails and tickets going out.
Yeah.
Get there early. We'll be at Gate 8 early. We got T-shirts for you.
Even if you're not with the event, if you want to say hi at Gate 8, you can, but we're going to be half mad that you didn't come to the event, so it'll be cordial, but, like, keep it moving.
Yeah, no, don't come.
Okay, don't say hi.
Invite event-only people.
We're big mad.
Well, it's roped off. The all you can eat, all you can drink is
Yeah.
roped off anyway. So anyway, I got buttons for some people if you want a button.
Buttons.
And I think that's about it. Thank you guys very much. Jake, go Yanks.
Go Yankees.
Tell them, Grams. Yo, we were fighting at 1 bar on the battery. That whole app fucking crushed it.
Please wait.
Got it. Hey, we went an hour.
What's up, chat? I thought we'd land at an hour.
It's
The last one was pretty tighty, too. Because we're at the point where, like, we can't deep dive on the games because they don't matter.
yeah.
What's up, chat? What's up, Jarv? Jeff? Carl?
Carl.
John Garcia?
I bet there's some people out there that hate that. Like, I like the show, but I hate.
Zach Strange. Love that.
I hate when they sing.
I'm trying to get into some Zach Strange.
That Sevy Award couldn't have gone all the way to my line.
I love that song.
Well, yeah, it's a good song.
Like, I've had images of me when my life falls all over itself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be in one of those, like, worn-down casinos
Rams are doing it
singing that song.
with bubbles coming out of your mouth.
Like, just, there's two, like, there's one person asleep, there's one there that's, like, kind of watching, and it's just me. L is for the way. And they're like, wow, dude, get out of here.
Look how low that drone.
People walk by and they wonder where my life went wrong.
Like, where's his hat? I'll give him a quarter.
Where's your head? That was a nice catch. Was that Cooks?
I was trying to tell you.
He's a little guy, too. That's
It was
what's
a-
more impressive, I think.
It was a weird throw. He's got it.
Execution is important. John Garcia, I did get your text.
Is this so delayed?
Yeah. That's like crazy delayed.
Is that what the chat's on? I think the chat is still watching that.
I don't think so. But maybe. I don't know. Because, like, if we said something now, I think they'd respond.
We're just about to sing in the replay. It's so delayed.
Switch my talking. Classic Carl.
Nah. I think this is so delayed. I think they're still watching that.
Oh, because Carl just mentioned the ticket. I don't know.
No, either.
Should we go? We kind of got stuff we got to do.
We got a lot to do. We got to edit this. Bye-bye. Yeah. All right. See you guys.
Love you, chat.
Oh, they're not that delayed. Boom.